If your tank water heater's over 8 years old, you may be sitting on a ticking time bomb. It could start leaking without warning, causing far more damage than the loss of the heater itself. Consider replacing it with a Navien tankless water heater. No storage tank to leak, endless hot water for spa-like comfort, longer life, and backed by Navien's strong warranty. Before time runs out, visit tanklessmadesimple.com for the name of your Navien contractor.
Count on Navien.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. We still need your help. We've got to vote for Rock Girls. We've got a lot of hopefuls, and we've got to narrow the field down. We've got to get them to the people that are going to represent The Rock in 2019.
We definitely have to get them to the people.
Get them to the people.
It's important.
You can
The
get them to
people
the Greek,
need this.
or get them to the people.
Ooh, Fabiola.
Fabiola, what a great name.
Right? That actually was going to be my name.
Oh,
but my parents
Fabiola?
went with Steve instead.
Fabiola Miggs. What a great name.
Tiffany Rose, you got my vote. Oh, Fabiola's back again.
Oh, she's back. She's like, you will vote for me.
Oh, she's back again. She's stalking us.
Wow, Fabiola. You said something nice about her. Fabiola's like, I'll follow you.
Oh, her favorite KSW artist is Alice in Chains.
Nice.
And her secret weapon to lure in the opposite sex, her wit and her charm.
Aw, Fab.
And one thing that attracts her to the opposite sex, good conversation. Oh, we're screwed.
What are you talking about? I'm a great conversationalist. I talk good.
Okay, You're right.
So you need to help us. Maybe Fabiola is going to be the latest rock girl, but she's not going to get there unless you vote. Go to KISW.com to vote now.
Let's play Beat Mix.
It's time to play the game. So everybody scream his name. Beat Mix. Don't be a loser. Give me a God. You're a loser.
It is time to Beat Mix. Or maybe whack 'em instead. It is Whack It Wednesday.
Whack it.
Let me see everybody do their Mr. Wacky then. All right.
Yeah, buddy. I was doing it today. Sarah videoed me, and I think I looked amazing.
Really?
Yep.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. It's Whack It Wednesday.
Is that on the Snapchats or where is that at?
I don't know. She's got so many things she puts me on. Is it on the Instas? Is it on the Snaps? I don't know.
Facebook.
I heard something about a
Snapchat.
boomerang, but I don't even know what that is. So
Snap face.
the snap face.
The boomer snap.
She pulls me outside, says, take a picture, do this, do that, and there's like multiple things she puts me on, so I'm somewhere.
Wow.
Is it the Insta twit?
I don't know if it's the Insta Twit. Hey, wait, the Insta Twit's in here doing the hosting.
Oh, wow. Thanks.
No problem.
Yeah, let's have you stop talking. Let's get to our contestant today. We've got Kirsten in Kirkland. Kirsten, are you there?
I am here.
Excellent. What is she playing for today, Steve?
Oh, man, this is going to be a great show. Tickets to check out the Black Keys back.
Ooh, nice.
And they're going to be at the Tacoma Dome on November 23rd. Go to KISW.com for all the details. If you want to see the Black Keys, tickets don't go on sale until Friday. Ooh. Through LiveNation.com.
All right, Steve, get out of here. For those playing at home, Kirsten will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Kirsten, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
In which decade of the 20th century did the Guinness Book of World Records first go into print?
60s.
No.
50s.
Yes. Mary Lou Retton was a medalist at what Olympic sport?
Gymnastics.
Yes. What is the name of the bar that Homer Simpson frequents?
Bose.
Yes. What do the stars represent on the U.S. flag?
The original 13 colonies.
No.
The 13 states.
Yes. Jazz originated in which U.S. state?
The which now? Sorry.
Jazz originated in which U.S. state?
Alabama.
No.
New Orleans.
No.
Is not the state.
You can do this, Kirsten.
Pass.
Which animation company created Finding Nemo?
Pixar.
Yes. What number is represented by I in Roman numerals?
Which number?
Yeah.
1.
Yes. Yay! Finish the title of the Jimi Hendrix song Along the What?
Pass.
Along the Pass. Yeah, it's a great
all
song.
Along, yes. All along. There we go.
You know what you're
1,
doing,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Correct.
You're having a banner morning.
I am having a wonderful morning.
Insta-twit.
Great.
I called it like I saw it.
Yeah. Well, don't say anything, Kirsten. We don't want Steve to get any help here.
Kirsten.
Well, she stopped, so that's good.
I like Kirsten.
Steve, are you ready?
Ah, yes.
In what decade of the 20th century did the Guinness Book of World Records first go into print?
The 20s.
No.
The 10s.
No.
The 30s.
No. Mary Lou Retton was a medalist in which Olympic sport?
Shot put.
No.
Gymnastics.
Yes.
That's when I say shot put.
What is the name of the bar that Homer Simpson frequents?
Moe's.
Yes. What do the stars represent in the U.S. flag?
The states.
Yes. Jazz originated in which U.S. state?
Louisiana.
Yes. Which animation company created Finding Nemo?
Pixar.
Yes. What number is represented by I in Roman numerals?
1.
Yes. Finish the title of a Jimi Hendrix song All Along the What?
Watchtower.
Yes. Which musician wrote a song about Star Wars to the tune of American Pie?
Star Wars. Weird Al Yankovic.
Yes. Which is the largest ocean?
The Atlantic.
No.
Pacific.
Yes. And Steve, you win 9-6.
Yeah.
Sorry, Kirsten.
I never win.
Oh.
Someday, Kirsten.
I'm bound and determined one of these times. I panic when I get on here. You guys answer, and he's like, you want to play? My heart just never stops.
Got to do some yoga breathing when we put you on next time, Kirsten.
Breaths, breathe in.
There you go. That's what you got to do.
Well, thank you. I hope to beat you next time.
She's so sweet.
I know she really is.
Very nice person.
Very nice, but she still lost.
That's right.
It's a classic. Steve. Is that Hank Sr.?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, all right.
Old school right there.
You only missed one.
Which one did I miss?
So close to a perfect 10. What decade of the 20th century did the Guinness Book of World Records first go
40s.
into print? No. Kirsten was correct. She guessed the 50s.
Oh.
Yes, 1955.
Okay, then.
Mm-hmm. Now you know. And
Thanks,
I'm
buddy.
sure that you'll keep that and retain it. And
No.
Did you ever have that moment in your life where you wanted to get a Guinness Book of World Records, like be a world record holder, but you just couldn't figure out in what?
100%, yes.
Wait,
Okay.
you know, do I want to be a record holder? Or oh, yeah.
I always wanted to be in the Guinness Book of World Records, but I didn't know what I could be in there for.
That's the problem.
I never did the research or had the motivation to try and conquer something that I would be in the book for.
Yeah, and they do so many random weird things, and as long as you get a person, like one of the official people, to stand there and watch you do whatever stupid random thing you say that you're the best at.
How annoying is it for that person, like the people at the Guinness office that constantly have to field calls and emails and letters?
I can pogo stick the most for, days straight, and you're like, okay, great, I get to watch this.
I can pogo stick the most has been called.
It's one of those, and I know they did one with one of those bouncy balls that you had as a little kid. The little,
the hoppity hop.
Yeah, the hippity hops or whatever, yeah.
So do they fly the person out?
I don't
Or
know.
do you have to pay to have the person come out?
Oh, I don't know for sure.
And how do I get to be the person that just gets to watch that? Because that seems like actually a better deal. Free flights everywhere you go.
Contact the old head over there at Guinness, and maybe you can find out.
Steve, you can find something. It's got to be something.
Right, that's what I'm thinking.
Something you're good at.
What's good? So Steve's got to be good at something.
We should get a book, the Guinness Book of World Records, and go through it, and we should all try and figure out something that we could do.
I know. And it happens every year at the Hockey Challenge. The most goals allowed.
Yes.
That's what you can do.
The most shots taken.
Yeah.
That too. 69, baby.
Congratulations, Steve. You won with, 9 correct.
Yeah, caller number 9. You are checking out the Black Keys at the Tacoma Dome. Caller number 9, 206-421-ROCK. That's what you got to do to get him.
Somebody says, wasn't All Along the Watchtower originally a Bob Dylan song? Yes, absolutely. There's Dylan. Hendrix covered it. And you know who also covered it and did a really good job a long time ago when he was first coming out was Dave Matthews.
Oh.
Before he even blew up big.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I think it was like a live EP. and it was him and his band. And it's a really well done cover of All Along the Watchtower. And I'm not a huge Dave Matthews fan, but I remember hearing that in college and being like, damn, who's this dude? And he's killing it.
How about that?
Yep.
And then he became Dave Matthews.
That is very true.
Yeah. Mark Hamill, you know him. Luke Skywalker. Mm-hmm. He was on the Kimmel Show last night talking about how a new TV show, talking about a new TV show that he's going to be in. But while talking about that new TV show, he said something that hinted that maybe he's in the new Star Wars movie.
It was terrible because they glued the beard on over my own beard.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Beard on beard.
I had to keep the beard for something else, and they put the glue
What was
on.
the something else you had to keep the beard for?
Well, it's NDA. That's non-disclosure.
Okay.
Don't quote me.
So you were shooting simultaneously.
Possibly.
And we know then maybe that Luke Skywalker has a beard still and has a body still in the next movie.
Which movie? Well, you know, I love driving the Disney executives crazy because what are they going to do? Fire me?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you can't get rid of Mark Hamill.
Yeah, well, I think that actually this is the last movie he'd be in anyway. They say it will end the Skywalker saga. I've heard this before. I've already heard that he's going to be in it. Maybe these were just rumors I heard because he'll be a Force ghost. You know, like Yoda shows up and he's all sparkly like he was in the last movie.
He's just fabulous.
Yeah, and so that's the thing. You know, there's like Obi-Wan used to show up when he was dead. So I got to be thinking that Luke is going to be Force ghost Freddy for Rey.
So how many more stars? Is this one more and then
that's
we're done?
it? And they say it will end the Skywalker saga, which means if they do more Star Wars movies, it'll have nothing to do with... But then they call it the Skywalker saga, and really... it's about this girl Rey, so it makes me think: is she a Skywalker? Why do they continue to call it the Skywalker saga? I know he was in it, but it's all about her, really.
Yeah, but maybe it's just their way of making it, giving you some way to understand that, hey, after this next movie, we're done with the Luke Skywalker character.
Maybe you're right.
And think about it this way: Kylo Ren is the son of Leia Skywalker.
Oh, good point.
So it's still the Skywalker. He's still related blood.
You're right. All right.
Yeah, sorry, had to do it.
I just want to believe that Rey is a somebody because they told us in the last movie she's a nobody. But I really believe she's related to somebody.
Hey, since we're talking about nerdy stuff, we got a text from a couple people in the last couple of days of people asking about The Walking Dead.
Oh, yeah, TWD.
How messed up the last episode was. Did you guys watch it?
I still haven't seen it yet.
Oh, okay. Apparently there's a bunch of violent scenes involving children.
Yes.
And some people think it's the darkest in the history of the show.
Well, it's interesting because there was an episode. You remember who was it that had to go to shoot that girl?
Carol.
It was Carol.
Yeah, look at the flowers.
Yeah, look at the flowers. There was a dark episode many, many years ago, like Rev just talked about. Yes, this was tough. This was a very, very tough thing.
So you saw it?
Yes, I did.
Spoil it for the Rev.
Yeah, and Rev, if you want to just shut your headphones off.
It's fine. I'm late on it. It's my bad.
You know, it was disturbing. They didn't actually show, and I think it's important to say, they didn't show any violence on these kids. But it's a powerful episode. It really, really is. And it might be one of the best ones they've done in a long time. This has been actually a hell of a season. And we wouldn't have thunk it now that Rick Grimes, the main character, is gone. But they've really done a great job. And unfortunately, the person that was involved in this powerful episode apparently is going to be leaving soon as well. And that would be Michonne's character. But yeah, she... it
gets epic.
Yeah, it gets epic, where basically she's got to kill kids.
Oh.
Yeah. And it was really brutal as far as her having to do it. But these kids were actually trained to be warriors, and they were brainwashed, and there was no choice. It was like she would lose her own daughter if she didn't kill these kids, because there were other little kids that were going to kill her own kid. And she was like, come on, we'll take you back. Let's all be friends. Come on, kids. But these kids were so brainwashed that they were like, no, they were coming at her with a knife, and they were slicing her because she was pregnant, and somebody sliced her. And I mean, it wasn't good.
It's a feel-good episode.
Yeah, it was definitely a feel-good episode. You know, to say it's messed up.
It's like a children's show.
You know, I get mad at people that say that, because the whole show is just been about a messed up world. I mean, you can't really be mad at them for showing what could be in a fairy tale world, if you will. All right, so there you go, Steve.
So he keeps asking if I've watched Miracle Workers yet. No.
I did.
I mean, I'm hoping to. I just haven't.
I did.
Yeah. Oh, is it good?
Huh? Yeah. I watched.
Then I'll probably like it if you didn't.
I watched the latest episode. It was interesting seeing Daniel Radcliffe, Harry Potter, do something. Steve Buscemi. I don't think it's his best role. I hate to say it. I wanted to come on and be nice about it. Just didn't do it for me. I mean, and it was episode 6, so I haven't seen like the first 5, but I watched.
Wait, you just jumped in at episode 6?
Well, it's what recorded.
Well, I mean, that's not fair, and you don't know any backstory.
Actually, I don't think they did a good job of showing you what the previous season.
Okay.
And look, it's a sitcom. It's not really. They explain pretty well what's going on.
Gotcha. Okay, I thought it was more of like an episodic.
Yeah.
Dramedy, as they like to call it.
Yeah, it's a comedy. It's a total comedy.
Okay. Then I'll probably like it if you didn't like it.
Yeah.
No? You don't even think I would like it?
I don't. I mean, if you do, maybe you will.
Have you watched The Neighborhood yet?
No, I haven't.
All right, I want to get your opinion on that because I feel like that'll be a good gauge for me and you when it comes to comedy.
I watched a couple of things. Actually,
I feel very strongly about that comedy.
It was on one time, and I watched a little bit of it because it was just like I went back from recorded TV to live TV, and it was on. I liked it. I mean, I like I don't know who his name is, but Schmidt. I like Schmidt, who's the white dude on the show.
Yeah,
and of course, Cedric is fantastic.
Yep.
So what I saw, I liked.
And the gal from Two Broke Girls is Schmidt's wife,
and she's really good too.
She's a really. I mean, even from Two Broke Girls and now this show too, I think she's very underrated with her comedic timing.
You're right, dude. I agree with you. She's really,
because she's
really
so hot. So you just kind of dismiss her as, they just got a hot chick in this television show that can act. But her comedic timing is great in every show that she's been on.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And that's why I think Kaylee Cuoco was underrated for the same reason. Kaylee's got good timing. You've got to have good timing to be on a good comedy. And it's a good show, Steve. From what I saw, I got to remember that it's on. I got to start recording it. I think I might watch it with my wife this weekend.
So they have it on demand, man?
Well, I think I'm going to do it this weekend.
All right.
I want to check with my wife.
Nice.
I hope I get there, but you know what? If I don't get there, don't get mad at me.
Oh, I'm already mad.
All right. Well, it is time for Listeners on the Loose. This is where you pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Your calls, your texts at 917 on the Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose, brought to you by the Washington State Fair. Check out Weezer on September 1st. Listeners on the Loose, you pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Doesn't matter what you want to talk about. Steve has a rule for everybody.
It's a simple rule, BJ, and it's to show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, get off the comedy and then say goodbye.
Goodbye, old friend.
And from what I understand, we're starting off Listeners on the Loose with an international feel.
Yes, and instead of me introducing him, our friend Ichiro would like to introduce him.
よく聞かれることですけど、そこを目指すことはできないです、現段階では。
That's right. He said, please welcome to the show live from Japan, Craig Gass.
Ah, look at this. Craig, you are in Japan. Of course you are.
Yeah, I actually, believe it or not, booked some comedy shows in Tokyo.
How do you get
to come here?
What is the comedy scene like for an American in Japan?
I haven't seen it yet. My shows aren't until this weekend. I've only been in town for 24 hours. That's the one part of this call that I can't really describe to you. I don't know what the... outside of the baseball game, I don't know much about Tokyo yet. I can tell you this. There's a really weird phenomenon. I'm going to guess that half the people that live here in Tokyo are doctors. And they're all about to go into surgery. It's crazy.
Is it because everyone's got those masks on?
Yeah, everyone's got a surgical mask on. And yeah, they're getting prepped for something. So, but I haven't checked out the comedy clubs yet, and I've only gone out to dinner with some friends who are performing at a big metal festival here tomorrow, and I've gone to the Mariners game. And the Mariners are undefeated, so we should call
damn straight.
That's right. It's now time. True to the blue, baby.
What a great giveaway. They should give away those masks at baseball games with like their team's logo on it.
That's actually a great idea. It's weird. I went to see the Seahawks in London last October, and the vibe in London, and a lot of people were talking about this, it felt like the Super Bowl was happening in London. There were so many Seahawks fans. It's a different energy. Seahawks fans are really enthusiastic, and you know this, if you travel anywhere outside of Seattle and you're wearing your Seahawks jersey, people will just yell at you and go Hawks! Like, that's the international call to fellow Seahawks fans. But when you wear Mariner jerseys, people kind of look at you and go, really? Like, is that a thing? So
is that a thing?
It really is. Like, I always get a look from people who ask me if it's like an ironic thing that I'm wearing a Mariners jersey, but there are some fans out here. It's just a different kind of energy, but a lot of the stadium was there for Ichiro.
How was that, Craig? Because we know he's big over there, but we really don't know how big. I mean, he's 45 now, not the man he used to be as a baseball player. How was it seeing their reaction?
Well, I have to tell you, when I got off the plane in Tokyo, it's my first time here, getting off the plane, he was on several advertisements on the jet bridge when I got off the plane.
Wow.
He's in TV commercials everywhere. He's running in commercials on the Jumbotron during the game. Ichiro is the face of a million products here in Tokyo. Wow. So he is the Michael Jordan of Japan. It's really crazy. When he got up to the plate, it was just craziness. It was just, there was so much love for him. And so I don't know what's going to become of this season. The only silver lining is that there's no expectations. There's plenty of room for failure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like, you know how in years past, there's always something you can hang your excitement on. Like, remember a few years ago when Cliff Lee made it to the team, and it was like, we had Cliff Lee, we had Milton Bradley, Griffey came back, and that season just fizzled. And Griffey ended up sleeping in the clubhouse. Milton Bradley beat up his wife.
Was that the Richie Sexton also got popped for drinking and had beers in the back of his pickup or something like that?
Oh, the golden years. Just like great Mariner memories.
Yeah, there's just so much disappointment for Mariner fans, and the silver lining is that there's no expectations this year. But seeing Ichiro in his hometown is really amazing.
And so they're playing at the Tokyo Dome. What's the concession situation like there?
Oh man, I'm glad you asked. It's everything is some traditional stuff like hot dogs and Cracker Jacks and soda to sushi, and there's like boxes of entire meals where there's like a salad and fish and soup, and it's weird. That was the thing I was looking forward to when I got out here, was to see what they were going to be selling in the concession stands. They have women walking around, and only women selling beer in the stands, and they're selling them from a keg that is strapped to their back.
What?
Wow. Yeah. There are no men walking up and down the aisles of the Tokyo Dome. It's all women wearing small skirts, and they have kegs strapped to their backs, and they pour you a beer.
I've had fantasies about this. This is incredible.
Yeah.
And you haven't really got to experience. You haven't experienced Tokyo. And we're talking to Craig Gass, who was actually at the Mariners game early this morning. Watched the Mariners win today, 9-7. It's the first game of the season, though. The opening day at T-Mobile Park won't be until next Thursday. But you know New York City, obviously. How crazy is Tokyo from what you can tell so far compared to New York, or have you really got a chance to experience it?
It's weird. Everyone's very polite. And I don't know if I've just taken the wrong trains, but I've only been here 24 hours, and in 24 hours, I have sat next to 3 different people on the subways here who were watching porn, loud porn, on their phone, sitting next to me.
Wow.
Yeah. And again, I don't know how often I'm going to see that for the rest of the trip, but it happened 3 times in my first 24 hours here. That's something I've never seen in New York.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot to have happen on a subway.
I've tried it down the Sounder lots of times. Nobody allows.
Yeah, nobody lets you. They shut that right down.
Dude, we're looking at the video of the vendors serving the beer, the ladies serving beer at the baseball game, and man, that's a lot to carry.
Yeah, those girls are doing a great job.
I mean, obviously not a full size keg, but still, it's a giant backpack with beer on it.
And they just fill up your cup.
Super upbeat. They're super peppy. It's weird. And it wasn't until about the 4th or 5th inning that my buddy pointed out to me that there's no guys selling beer. It's all women. And I was like, wow, that's right. And I'm looking around, It's women running up and down the aisles selling Cokes. There's a separate girl that sells Cokes from the girl that sells Pepsi, which is unusual because most venues are bought out by one company or the other. And so you see exclusively Pepsi products here, exclusively Coca-Cola products here, and they're selling everything, and it's all women running up and down the aisles.
Man, it makes
really
you
crazy. Yeah,
makes you want to be there because I love baseball, and that would be awesome to see a game at the Tokyo Dome.
The Mariners can employ that building that's right next to them, the ladies from Deja Vu, to work as vendors at Mariners games.
Still not too late. It's still not too late, Steve.
Yeah, as a Mariners fan, there's only a couple things you can hang your hat on, and that's usually one amazing player. We had Griffey, and not a lot around him. We had Ichiro, and not a lot around him. We had Felix, and every time he pitched, we didn't get any run support. So this is it. We may not get a World Series, but getting to watch Ichiro play in front of his people in Tokyo is as good as it's going to get right now as a Mariners fan.
Yeah, I think you're right, Craig, because it could be a tough year. This could be also the last year for Felix, and he did not look good in spring training. And so you got to see somebody else start a game because it was Marco instead of Felix, and that's for the first time in, 75 years since Felix hasn't had a home opener.
Yeah, and the Mariners look good. I mean, every year I feel like the first game we always win, and I'm always like, yeah, we're undefeated. And after the second game, it's like, we'll get them next year.
Yeah.
I see a video of King Griffey Jr. in the photo section, like he's with the other photographers at the game.
Oh, so really?
So he made the trek to Japan as well.
Oh, that's cool.
They introduced Griffey, I think, in the second inning. They showed him on the Jumbotron. So tonight, for Game 1, they had two former Major League Baseball players who were, I think it was Sasaki and one other Japanese player.
Oh, good old Kaz Sasaki. That guy liked to have a beverage once in a while.
They threw out the first pitch to Ricky Henderson, who was wearing his A's uniform. And
Ricky Henderson was there. Wow.
Ricky Henderson. And then tomorrow night, it's going to be two Japanese players throwing out the ceremonial first pitch to Ken Griffey Jr. And Ken Griffey Jr. is going to stand in the batter's box.
So you're going to be you're going to both games, obviously, and then you're doing comedy. Well, we've got to find out, Craig, how the comedy goes, because I imagine you're going to be doing it to an audience that understands English, right?
Yeah, they have English-speaking comedy shows I'm performing at this weekend. Oh, by the way, I want to mention something that happened about 2 weeks ago that a lot of people in Seattle knew about. There was a comedian who started in Seattle whose name was Brody Stevens, who was beloved by everybody. And he got his start doing public access shows on local TV in Seattle. We are doing a memorial for him in 2 weeks on Wednesday, April 3rd at the Tacoma Comedy Club. And a bunch of us are getting together to pay tribute to him. It's free. We're accepting donations that we're going to give to charity to raise awareness for suicide prevention. And it's going to be Wednesday, April 3rd at the Tacoma Comedy Club. Kind of a sad note to end it on, but somebody that we all loved and somebody who I had a huge history with in Seattle. We actually did not get along when we both lived in Seattle. He tried to punch me in the face when I was coming off stage one night in Tacoma.
Why?
And it's a funny story. It's a really long story, but it's a really funny story. But we didn't get along. I'll explain it at the memorial. We just didn't get along. I broke my leg on stage at the Comedy Underground one night. I hyperextended my knee and suffered a sports injury on stage. And when I hit the ground, Brody actually jumped up and said, "That's what you deserve," which is funny to think of in hindsight.
There's the love. Boy, you really, I tell you.
Sounds like a guy after your own heart, BJ.
Yeah, before you sobered up, you had so many friends, Craig.
Yeah, but the way we actually came together and put it behind us was incredibly sweet. Yeah, I'll tell the story at the Tacoma Comedy Club. But for everybody who knew and loved Brody, because he really was popular in Seattle before he left to go to L.A. and ended up in the Hangover movies and did all his stuff, please come out to the Tacoma Comedy Club Wednesday, April 3rd. Right now, the club is showing that it's an open mic. It's not going to be an open mic that night. We're going to do a memorial for Brody, and it's open to the public. So.
And listen, people want to see videos because, like Steve said, there was a great video of your experience at the Tokyo Dome. Where do they go to see that?
go to my Facebook page. I posted some live videos of Ichiro coming to bat for the first time. It's Craig Gass at Facebook.com/I Love Gas with 2 S's. Also, my Instagram, I'm posting tons of weird videos on my Instagram at Craig Gass Comedy. At Craig Gass Comedy with 2 S's.
Awesome. Craig, thanks for checking in with us, buddy.
Thank you. Go M's.
Go M's, yeah. I mean, you know what? Hey, they're undefeated, Steve.
Oh, yeah, he showed me they got waffles at Starbucks. Yay. I'm looking at his Instagram. Of course, there's Starbucks everywhere.
Yeah, of course they are. Starbucks is kind of a successful company. You pick the topic. You guide the show. It's listeners on the loose. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Your calls, your texts at 933 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's the listeners on the loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Someone texted and said, hey, Rev, did you know that your girl Vanna White was once on The Price is Right?
My girl. No, I didn't know that. That's cool.
I didn't know that either, but yeah, so I guess some video has shown up 2 years before she got the gig on Wheel of Fortune, which was what, over 20 years ago?
Yeah.
She was a contestant on The Price is Right. Barb Barker was, the host back then. Even goofed on her for staring at herself in the monitor too much.
Backstage, they have monitors that the fellows on the crew can watch what's going on out here, just like the monitors here. They're just like television sets. When Vanna was invited to come on down, one of them read her T-shirt where it says, "Get serious." And he said, I am. I thought you'd like to know that. You all overbid. The lowest bid is $750. Erase the bids, please. Bid lower than $750, Nancy.
$650.
$650. All right, Vanna?
What are the bids again, may I ask?
You know, you're so busy looking at yourself on the monitor, you don't know what's going on.
Oh,
called out.
Wow.
I mean, dude, look how young she looks.
I know, that's nuts. That's just nuts.
So she's pretty much always been gorgeous.
Yeah. And also, Bob Barker's got the brown hair then.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Get serious, Vanna. That's a great shirt.
That is a great shirt. How about that? And she goes on to be like this iconic game show person.
I wonder if they discovered her from this.
That's a good question. I never forget the
I would love to be on there.
Oh man, Aaron Paul, when he was on this, he was out of his mind. He was like he had an 8-ball or something.
Well,
so
Matt,
insane.
clearly, man.
Yeah, it was probably because they tell you to get jacked up. Sarah went in there and she was in the crowd. She never got on, but she was in the audience hoping to get on.
I would love to get on The Price is Right. That would be so much fun.
You got to be jacked up though, dude. You see how those people are. They really they coach you. They go, you go up there and be mega excited.
Oh yeah. I mean, I get it. I mean, but I would still want to.
It was like seeing Rev smile on Wheel of Fortune was so weird.
Yeah, you need to smile and show personality, and I managed to do both.
He had like big boy clothes on and everything.
But one person says, hey, this is Katie. I met the Rev when he was trying out for the Wheel of Fortune. I want to know if you ever made the show. I can't find the video anywhere.
I'd like to buy an O.
Yeah. I did make the show.
Yeah, he did.
And Phil screwed me.
Yeah, Phil didn't. You know what, Rev? He had $1 million, then went bankrupt. He had a shopping spree, then went bankrupt, and then you had a trip somewhere, didn't you?
Yeah,
and then
I went bankrupt.
And
yeah, 3 bankrupts, a lose a turn, but I did manage to solve one puzzle.
Good for you,
Katie. He did it.
Yep, I did it.
$35 on that puzzle.
I made my money back in terms of travel down there and all of that, so it was a fun experience that was fun.
Could have been so much more.
It could have been.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Got a big question for you guys via text.
All right, it's listeners on the loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
It's actually a fun one. I like this. My buds and I were having a chat at Emerald City Comic Con and would love to hear your answers. If you were going to get a tattoo to quote unquote pay tribute to somebody that you're a fan of, what would you get? I said I would get a sick Venom piece on my chest. My bud, though, had the best answer. He would get Underdog on his butt, LOL.
Oh, that's fun.
We actually tried to get him drunk enough on Friday night so that he would do it. No luck.
Oh, man. That would be great to have Underdog on his butt.
Underdog on the butt.
Yeah. Well, you've got a lot of tattoos, but no superhero-y stuff, right?
I have nothing. Well, I mean, No, I don't have anything that's like would be considered a geek.
Nothing geeky, huh?
I mean, I have a goalie mask, and some people think that it's a Jason Voorhees mask on my arm right there.
Oh, right.
So when they first see it, because it looks like the old Jason mask.
Yeah.
But then there's a goalie stick right under it. So
You could always say the skull on your arm is Ghost Rider.
Yes, because I'm a huge Nicolas Cage fan.
Oh, good call.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's it. Do you have now musically? Do you have anything musically on you?
Yeah, I have a Biohazard logo on my leg.
There we go.
That was one of my first tattoos. And then I have like other ones that are inspired. Like I have a go-go dancer that was inspired by a band called Imperial Teen, one of their album covers.
So you're a music geek. So
yeah,
you definitely got geeky stuff
and
on
I
you.
still have plans. I just don't know where. If I do ever get another tattoo, I like to get from the Faith No More record, The Real Thing. There's this like their album cover is really cool. It's like this flaming water drop, like a water hit the ground, so it's splashing and flames are coming out of it. But I just haven't really figured out the right way to make it work.
You got to put that on your head.
Yes.
Yeah, that's where you get right in your forehead.
Start above the eyebrows and work all the way back to the neck.
That will be legit.
Yeah, that's it right there.
I support that.
It's just a cool looking piece of imagery. So I kind of want to do that at some point, but I don't know where yet.
How about
maybe on my dong?
How about whoa? I don't know if you got enough space, but
Hey now.
Hey lady. That happened.
What about you, Vicky?
You
have the crow.
I have a couple of nerd tattoos, actually. I have X-23, which if you saw the Wolverine movie, Logan.
Oh, she's like mini Wolverine.
Yep, except this is from the comics. That's why she's older and naked, because she's in the tank, being experimented on. I have the crow actually tattooed, and I actually met somebody who did the storyboard at Comic-Con for it. And so when I told him, his face lit up. But I have Brandon Lee's face tattooed on me. I have the X-Men logo on my ribs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, I've never seen that.
Well, there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
It's right under the breasticles.
So a little action going on.
So that means that's like your uniform? That means you're an honorary X person?
Sure.
Is that why you put it there?
Well, I wanted it behind my ear, and of course my tattoo artist is like, how about we do it on your ribs? I'm like, all right.
You think he was just trying to check a peek? That's a different place. I mean, jeez.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez.
Well, duh.
That's a beating.
But
you're like, sure, I guess. My ear is very close to my breast.
I like the design he did for it. So I was like, all right, that looks cool.
You know what tattoos I like? Like the ones like someone has like a Bruce Lee or anybody that's like a character that's known for punching, and it's like on their forearm, so that the tattoo's done, and then eventually like looks like it's a perspective of the fist is the closest thing, so their arm turns into your actual hand.
Oh, nice.
So it's a pretty cool setup. I think Vicky's even found a couple.
Yeah, there's one with Popeye.
There's the Bruce Lee one.
Oh, that is cool.
Wouldn't that be funny if somebody did that with their dong? The dong was an arm.
It would be like a Ron Jeremy thing?
No, but like have the arm, but so it's like a tattoo, but one of the arms is actually your
Oh. So, wait, would dong be coming out of my arm, or is my arm going down to my dong? I'm
the
confused.
dong is the arm.
Oh, the dong's the arm, like a baby and an apple, like the old jokes.
There's a Pinocchio one, which kind of did something similar, except his nose doesn't grow when he lies.
Wow.
Okay, then.
Can't unsee.
That guy wins tattoos.
And it's actually, tattoo-wise, it's really well done.
Yeah,
color-wise and everything.
Surely is.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's a dumb idea, but I respect how stupid that idea is.
Oh, it's amazing.
And imagine, you open that up for the first time. See,
what about you, BJ? You going to get that one?
I'm going to get you. I'm going to skip that one. How about you, Danny? You got any geeky? Well, you got Disney stuff, right?
Yeah, I have my whole lower sleeve is the Haunted Mansion from Disneyland. But then I also have music tattoos, too. I have MXPX, The Offspring, Less Than Jake, Mess. Yeah. So, yeah, that's pretty much all of it. And then I also have a Outsiders quote. Oh, Nothing Gold Can Stay.
Pony Boy.
Yeah, Pony Boy.
Way to go, Pony Boy.
Yeah, so all of mine are pretty much references to something.
Somebody says, I have a Punisher skull spray painted on a brick wall with a couple of bullet holes tattooed on my shoulder.
Oh, that's
person's
cool.
planning on getting a Harry Potter half sleeve. I can't wait.
Oh.
Yeah, what about you, Rev?
I would probably go with a Thanos or just an Infinity Gauntlet tattoo. There's a couple of cool ones that artist Jim Starlin did, but then I was also looking online, and people have done Infinity Gauntlet tattoos on their hands.
Oh, nice.
Which I don't know how
that's
bad.
hardcore.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know necessarily if I want my first tattoo to be that, but at the same point, it looks kind of cool. I just don't know how long like hand tattoos last.
Well, forever.
I mean, they do fade a lot quicker because you're moving
the fading and stuff like that.
How painful would that be to get?
Very.
I mean, because you got to get color, you got to get that gold color on your whole hand.
It's kind of weird.
It's just because there's bone. Like the more bones there are, the more it hurts.
Yeah. Okay, maybe not.
Okay, then.
I don't want pain.
Yeah.
I don't
Then
want
don't
pain.
get a tattoo.
Exactly. That's why I don't have
This
any
is a
tattoos.
make-em-ups. That's why we're
Yes.
talking.
Yeah.
I still would go by my old standby. I would get the Star Trek logo right on my chest.
That's actually a really cool idea.
Yeah, and I if I were to do it, a part of me, I think, I don't know, man. Maybe if I'm not long for this planet, like they go, hey, you got a couple of months to live, I might do it then.
Why not do it now?
Because I don't want to feel the pain, but I feel like I'll be in a different mindset
Yeah,
if
the
I
chest
only.
is not going to be fun.
Yeah, exactly.
We get that numbing cream, man. Numb it up.
And I know I have no desire to get a tattoo. It amazes me people that do, because the pain is what I don't want any pain. I don't want any needle anywhere near me.
I respect the art and the designs and all of that stuff, but yeah, I don't want the pain either.
Yeah, it's so bizarre.
Somebody says, speaking of long, BJ,
yes,
my buddy has elephant ears next to his dong. Now
there we
he has
go.
a trunk.
Dumbo action.
Yeah, I know. Friends call him Dumbo.
Nice. Listeners on the loose, you pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
We got a text message about earlier our topic, which was I knew my boss sucked when blank happened.
Yeah.
So it says, I knew my boss was a jerk when he asked me how my vacation was after maternity leave.
Okay.
Yeah. Another person, I knew my boss sucked when he continued to make sexual advances towards my wife.
Yeah, that's not a good thing.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that.
You're not supposed to do that. The maternity leave thing, I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, but still, yeah, I guess the boss doesn't even know. It's like, oh, yeah, who are you?
All right, how about this one? I knew my boss sucked when he offered me $1,000 to bang my wife.
Well, at least he offered some money.
$1,000?
See, now that to me is, I mean, that's
insulting.
It's not an indecent proposal. It's kind of a really cheap ass proposal.
Yeah, you're a boss, at least 5 figures.
Yeah, 5 figures if you want to bang somebody's wife.
Right.
Come on, you got to go 10 G's.
Or at least high 4 figures, like $8,000.
Oh, so you're negotiating. Good for you. Damn, dude. Who's got the cojones to do that?
I don't know. How do you think that's going to go? And do you think it's ever worked?
Yeah, you see that they say absolute power corrupts absolutely. You think you're a boss now? You just can, like, that's okay to make an offer like that?
Yep.
Wow.
So he said, Steve, you got to get that Faith No More tattoo. I've been thinking about the same one, maybe thigh or calf, so you get the whole image. That's my thought.
Oh, you got to get it, Steve.
Ones.
What if he takes yours? Can you get it? It's like wearing the same outfit. Is it okay?
100%, yeah.
Okay.
You know how many people probably have that tattoo that are Faith No More fans? I'd imagine a lot.
Yeah.
No different than the Biohazard tattoo. I mean, especially in New York where they were like legends. I mean, those guys were, in Brooklyn, they were our Metallica. Almost, it seemed like everyone who was involved in the New York rock scene or hardcore scene had a Biohazard tattoo.
Yeah.
Although I was excited when I finally met the band, the drummer, and it was at the Phoenix. I think they played with Sepultura. I remember that show, and I probably went up to him really awkward and like it was probably more me than him, or maybe he was just like really like in the middle of something and didn't have time to talk. But I went up and showed my tattoo. I'm like, check it out, man. He's like, cool.
Yeah.
It's like, all right. I'm glad this is permanently on my body.
Cool story, bro.
Yeah,
right.
nice going, genius. All right, we got to answer this big question. What do Ryan Castle and a busboy have in common? You know you're going to find out at 9:50 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. He's the drunk in charge. Now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
What do Ryan Castle and a busboy have in common?
I am one rung up the career ladder from the dish room.
Yeah. You're going to get there, though. You get there. You keep moving.
You have to split your tips with me.
Oh, yeah.
Just the tips.
That's right. Both have offered waitresses their tip.
Okay.
Both their lives revolve around cleaning up after people's stinky messes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, not stinky, different word.
You've seen the people I follow in this room.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, I mean, and he really is the busboy of the station. He's the guy who makes sure we all compost the right way.
Mm-hmm.
And all that good stuff and recycle and everything. Yeah, you are kind of like the busboy here.
Trying to make sure everybody does the right thing, especially when it's real easy to do. BJ.
Yeah, BJ.
Oh, look at me. You know I'm your buddy. I've actually gotten compliments from you. You've caught me in action.
I do. I appreciate the minimal effort.
Yeah, no problem, buddy. There's a lovely woman. Her name is Alina. She works as a waitress in Illinois, just north of Chicago. And the restaurant where she works needed a busboy at the last minute on St. Patty's Day, so she asked her dad to fill in. His name is Dr. Bill. He's a Harvard-trained cardiologist who recently retired, so apparently he had nothing better to do. Because 5 minutes after clocking in, he actually had saved a woman's life. So it's a good thing he was there as a busboy. Damn, she started choking. Bill was there, stepped in.
Nice.
What have you done?
Bill. dishes.
I'll tell you what he's about to do, and that's the 12-pack, brother.
That's what he's about to do. Sorry, I didn't mean to non-heart surgeon shame you.
BJ and Migs play of the day.
Cherry Dr. Pepper is the pinnacle.
Pinnacle.
No, you guys are high. I don't even go anywhere near anything that starts with the word cherry. Ugh.
It's like I don't even know you, Steve.
And hence... Never mind, I'm not even going to say
We're not going to have a good time in Acropolis in Portland if there's a stripper named Cherry.
Well, you know what? Pass. Hard pass. Wait, that's the wrong word.
Yeah, you don't want to use soft pass would be probably the best way to go.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. If I file for bankruptcy, do I have to appear in court? That makes me nervous.
Going to court is never something that's easy to do. However, when you file bankruptcy, you usually only have to attend one hearing at the courthouse. Of course, I'll be there with you. And when you go to court, it's not before the judge. It's actually with the trustee or the trustee's attorney. One of the things that's critical in a bankruptcy is that you give your attorney and the court all of your information. You list all of your assets and all of your creditors. That's what we're trading for your discharge, is your true and honest disclosure of your assets and liabilities. And so the court hearing is just usually about a 5-minute deal where you show up and reaffirm and swear that all the information you've given the court and your attorney is correct.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
I'm Erin Ryan, political commentator, comedy writer, and host of Crooked Media's Hysteria.
And I'm co-host Alyssa Mastromonaco, former White House Deputy Chief of Staff for President Obama.
Each week on Hysteria, we are joined by a team of hilariously opinionated ladies to discuss the headlines from the serious to the absurd.
We cover everything from reproductive rights to rom-coms and break down the political news of the week and cultural stories that affect women's lives.
New episodes of Hysteria drop every Thursday. Listen on Odyssey, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.